Hey, we're back in the shop. I got it assembled, put the panel down here. Everything actually fits up real nice, pretty much exactly to the SolidWorks model. If you watch my part 1 of this video series, it'll show you the SolidWorks model that we used to model this CNC machine. So there's a few updates that I did while I was away, and you can see here, here's where the aviation plugs come in. So these I'm not going to pull them out right now because I'll get an error on my machine. These just plug out and pull in. There's 6 of them here. I don't even have them screwed in. But that way I can take this panel off, and there's only 6 connections, so no problem with that. Back here, here's my cable track. And I mentioned earlier, instead of having it take up room on the side, I put it under the machine. That way, there's less moving parts in the way, and I don't have much room in this shop, so it's good down there. It's just an old piece of stock, and it's on some 1x1 angle, just bolted to the frame. These cables I'm going to clean up. I left them extra long, just so if I had to cut them, I still would have enough left. And they just come up here on the other side of this cable track, and then right up on the side of the gantry here. This just loop of cable, that's going to be for 120 volt power supply to the Z-axis. I'm thinking I might put a light on there just so I can see better, or to run my router. Haven't decided yet, so I just have it loose right now. This is the limit switches I added right here. One thing, it's good to have these connections so I can take them on and off, just in case one of these limit switches fails. I got them from Amazon. I think I paid $1 each. I got 10 of them. Good thing I got 10. I only needed 6, and I think 2 of them arrived broken. I have them wired in series, normally closed, so that if one fails, I get an error on the screen. And when I was first setting it up, I kept getting an error and wondered what the heck's going on. Well, it turns out with the normally closed, it was broken, so it wasn't contacting. So there's one at the back end as well, and up here I also put them for the Y-axis, and I maximized the length that it could travel. When the gantry comes over, it gets over pretty much as far as it can go. And it's sort of hidden down here, it's not going to smash into anything. The only problem I'll have is if the actual gantry crashes into it, which it's only happened once so far. Back here, same thing. This is going to be for the cat track. The cat track hasn't arrived yet, so it's going to sit on here, and these 2 cables are going to run through here, and also the 120 volt power supply as well. This is the shield, the ground in the wire, because I have shielded wires. I didn't know, because this is on wood here, I didn't know if this had to touch the actual frame, so I left the ground wire a little bit longer, just so if there's any jitter in this motor, I could just ground it to that nut there. But I've tried it and everything works good, so these will just end up probably getting cut. I'm going to leave them for a little bit now. You're only supposed to have one contact point for these 2, and mine are all going into the panel, into the earth ground through the 120 volt plugs, so that's what I did with that. Now here on the machine, I have Linux CNC set up. I got my breakout board. I waited almost 28 days for it, and it's a $5 part, and it's pretty much the whole brains of the operation. So I ordered 2 of them just in case one was messed up, because you never know. And I can add another parallel port to get more inputs and outputs, but I don't think I'm going to need them at the moment. So once I have the machine set up here, I can actually use the toggle buttons to turn it on. Oh, and I'm getting an error here, so override, turn it on, and I'm getting an error, so I'll have to come. Well, sorry about that, I got so excited I forgot to turn it on. Oh, pull the e-stop out, that's happened before. So immediately you can just hear it start to jitter jatter there. And I was getting this error on the screen, so let's see if we can get rid of that. Yes, we can. So right now I have my jog speeds really low, so I'm going to turn it up, and I can use the arrow keys to move it. If I hit shift and hold the arrow key, it moves faster. And page up and page down controls the Z-axis. I don't have all the nuts and bolts in here yet. I'm going to come off here with my router. I was just looking at routers, which sort of router to buy. I've just been doing some research on that first. Here you can see on the side too where the limit switches are. And when I did the stepper config in Linux CNC, you can't set your home and the hard limit at the same spot. So for example, if I do a home all here, it's gonna hit the limit switch, and then it's gonna back off 1/4 of an inch, and that's just so it doesn't get an error in the software. So it hits it, comes back. Now it's gonna do this one, but it's gonna crash because I have that, so we're just gonna stop it. So anyways, that's it for now. Oh, and I just have a temporary piece of plywood here for the table. I gotta make a stand for the computer and all that crap. But in the next video, maybe we'll run a quick program. Till then, we'll see ya.